knocking on doors, trying to really figure out, if there was going to be any type of transportation for this Elevate. Now, we were told, wait, you will receive some information at the appropriate time. However, we did not receive anything until the 8th of June.
Lo cual al verlo yo vi que era una logística para un niño típico, no para un niño con necesidades especiales, ya que yo aquí cuento con el AP de mi hijo, donde mi hijo ocupa una persona 1 a 1 y ocupa transporte de puerta a puerta, el cual yo inmediatamente me comuniqué a la escuela y les dije, no es posible que mi hijo viaje así, ya que él es un niño no verbal y no puede viajar en un bus de niños típicos, ni puede andar trascendiendo de un salón a otro.
Now, this is where we were having difficulties. My son has an IEP. I have the documentation here. In my son's IEP, it mentions that he is required to get door-to-door transportation. In addition, he needs help to be able to go from class to class. So he's not able to go on a bus with other students that don't have those services.
El cual acudí ese día a las 4 de la tarde del distrito. Hablé con Lilia Cárdenas y me dijo, oh, ve con Juan Uribe, abajo, al piso de abajo. Bajé. Juan me dijo, yo me encargo para las clases, el ciclo escolar, no para el CAM, elévate. Dijo, eso lo tienes que ver con Lilian Cárdenas. Volví a subir al segundo piso.
At 4 p.m., I came and spoke with Lilia Cárdenas, who then directed me to Mr. Uribe. Mr. Uribe, for his part, said, no, I am only in charge of what happens during the school year. What you're talking about with Camp Bellary has to do with Lilia Cárdenas. So then I went upstairs again.
El cual me dice Lilia Cárdenas y una señora que se llama Ana, que no recuerdo el apellido, me dice, oh, vamos a ver qué podemos hacer, en estos días me comunico contigo. Volví el segundo día, el día 9, volví al distrito y me dicen, oh, no sabemos quién se va a hacer cargo de tu hijo porque no contamos con personal. Les dije, entonces no lo voy a mandar. No, pero te aseguro que ahí voy a tener uno el 16 de julio, el cual yo fui el 16 de julio como me lo prometió la señora Panagua, porque para eso ese día ya había hablado con Panagua y no había una persona. 9 de la mañana y no había quien se hiciera cargo de mi hijo en la escuela.
Once I got back upstairs, I spoke with a lady named Ana and Lydia again, and they were like, well, we're not really sure. We'll have to get back to you by the 9th. We'll have to get back to you. I followed up with them on the 9th, and they said, but we don't have sufficient personnel at this time to be able to help you. But I can assure you that on the 16th, when we start Camp Elevate, there will be somebody to help you. And that was according to Ms. Panagua. However, at 9 a.m. on the 16th, there was nobody to assist my student.
Y volviendo un poquito atrás, y eso que yo les resolví el problema de que me dijeron que mi hijo no iba a contar con un bus, y les dije, ok, si ustedes me aseguran que va a tener una persona que lo va a cuidar en la escuela, lo del bus no es problema, yo tengo el tiempo de llevarlo y traerlo, aunque en el AP dice que ocupa un bus. Les dije, pero yo puedo llevarlo y traerlo. Yo lo que quiero es que mi hijo salga adelante. Cuando yo vuelvo a hablar con Miriam el día 16 a las 9 de la mañana y le digo, no hay quien cuide de mi hijo, dice, oh, espérame unos minutos. Más tarde llegó el señor Alfonso, que él se presentó y le dije, ¿usted sabe las condiciones de mi hijo? Y me dice, ¿qué condiciones? Le comenté que mi hijo no hablaba, que mi hijo era para ciertas cosas alérgico, que si le habían capacitado, me dijo, oh, usted dígame y yo lo anoto. Él anotó, yo lo puse al contacto de lo que podía suceder, el peligro que corría mi hijo, porque mi hijo se les puede salir si no están al tanto. Entonces, yo hice el trabajo que todo el distrito no lo hizo. Juegan con los niños. No es justo que jueguen así con un niño que no se puede defender.
And I basically had to resolve everything on my own. As somebody that is able to transport my student, I basically made it easy for the district. However, I wanted to ensure that there was somebody going to be one-on-one there for my student on the 16th. I spoke with Mr. Alfonso that day on the 16th and told him, are you aware of what my student has and what his condition is? And he's like, what condition? That's when I explained to him what my student's condition is, what his requirements are, what he has. And he says, don't worry, I'll write it down. And he wrote it down. Basically, I mean, this is almost like a game. we're seeing how there's not personnel, where he's not being helped. It's frustrating.
Lo cual yo volví a contactar a la señora Miriam y le dije, ¿por qué no les dan parte del AP a las personas que cuidan los niños para que sepan cuáles son los riesgos, tanto para el niño como la persona que lo va a cuidar? Y me dijo, oh, es que no podemos compartir información de un niño. Con todo respeto les digo, se me hace estúpido que no la puedan compartir. Porque si un niño puede atacar a un adulto, el adulto va a llegar a hablarle bien al niño, el niño le da un golpe, o viceversa. Tienen que saber qué esperar de un niño. Yo no tengo no me niego a que sepan la condición de mi hijo. Si de los demás no pueden compartir, de mi hijo sí exijo que la compartan, ya que es importante para que cuiden a mi hijo.
Once again, I spoke with Miriam and I mentioned her, why is the IEP not being shared with the staff at the district? And she responded to me, well, we can't share something that's private with everybody. However, with all due respect, I think that's really stupid. It is a question of safety, both for the staff who could possibly, if somebody goes and says, "How are you?" and they get hit by my student, I'm not against my students' IEP being shared with staff if it is necessary.
Muchas gracias, señora. Ya se cumplieron los 6 minutos que se les dan cuando tienen intérprete.
Ok,
Sí,
entonces ¿puedo
puede
venir en
cerrar.
otra ocasión?
Claro que sí. La próxima junta será el agosto 12.
Okay, and can I come at another time?
Gracias.
Disculpe, no se me hace justo el tiempo que dan, porque por eso no avanzamos y por eso se pisotean los derechos de los niños.
Muchas gracias.
I don't think it's just, that's why the rights of the students get stepped on.
Do we have any public comments for agenda items this evening?
No, that's all we have.
Okay. Any comments from any of the associated presidents, SMEA, CSCA, or Ames? No? Anybody here? No. All right, approval, item 10, approval of agenda as presented. Are there any questions regarding the agenda this evening? Ms. Cordero?
Yes. Under the consent items, under the business and financial consent B, item 4, I'd like that to be pulled.
That's in, when we go to consent.
Well, but it's part of the agenda, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd like that amended.
Item B?
It's item under B, business and financial, item 4, and it's on page 39. It's minor, but
Hold and moved,
The pre-com?
hold and moved to discuss.
yes.
We'll move to discuss. Okay.
This, just a clarification, this is for approval of the agenda and then for action under consent, which is item 7. The consent items, we can switch it at that time as well. So either way, it will be
Okay.
good.
However, I'll move to approve the agenda.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and second by Mr. Hollinshead for the, approve the agenda as presented. Roll call?
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollensted?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. And so next is the consent, right? Consent items. Actions proposed for the consent agenda are consistent with adopted policies and approved district practices that are deemed routine. They will be acted on in one motion without discussion unless a board member requests that an item be removed. And so now we're moving.
Okay, this is under the consent items. It's item B or B4 on page 39. Just pull to address at the end
Okay,
of the meeting, please.
before action.
So you just read.
Okay. So
I'll move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
thank you. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and seconded by Mr. Hollingshead that approval of the consent items as amended. All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call, I'm sorry.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingstaff?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Thank you. And item 13, action items agreement, no.
So do we want to go ahead and?
Do we want to do the discussion now?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll go ahead and discuss or review item B4, business and financial consent,
Okay.
Precon Industries,
It is,
Inc., Battles Elementary School, new TKK building, and site upgrades, bid number 5384, change order number 15.
okay. Oh. Do you want me to say what I think
Yes.
the issue is?
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't have a problem at all with the item other than where it says the contract sum has been decreased by $8,803.30. I do believe you meant to say increased because the data on the backside of that shows that it is an added cost. And in the middle of that page, it shows it's added and not taken out. So in order to keep you from having to come back and have that changed again, I would just like it amended to say increased.
I'm sorry for that. That is on page 36. I'm trying.
39.
39.
I noticed that, except I thought, I was wondering why we were paying for the architect's mistake. But I got you.
Okay, well,
You know what? I am not pulling up that. Okay, yes, for sure. We will ensure that you're saying that it's an increase or a decrease?
it shows that it is added to the total cost.
Yes, that's correct.
So it should say the contract sum has been increased.
Hmm.
And on our paper, it says decreased. So it's,
Yeah, I believe it's a typo. Mr. Beecher, can you confirm that as well?
It appears to be a typo. On the contract document that will govern what happens with the contract, it's listed as an increase. So this will clarify for the record on the agenda, but the contract will operate correctly. Thank you, Ms. Cordero, for finding that mistake.
I just didn't want us
Mhm.
to get caught in somebody saying,
We apologize for that. Yes, that was a
You know what I
typo
mean.
and yes, we'll make sure that is corrected and
Okay.
it's reflected on the formal paperwork.
okay, so I will move to approve item 12B4. Precon Industries, approve the change order number 15 for Battles Elementary School, new TKK building and site upgrades, bid number 5384 as amended.
Thank you.
Mr. Second? You're gonna second?
Second.
Oh, I could second it?
Sure.
I guess I'll second it. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and seconded by Ms. Cabral that the school board approved change order number 15 for Battles Elementary School as amended.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingstaff?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Motion passes. So now we're moving on to action items. Item A, agreement with Paradigm Healthcare Services to provide a medical billing Student Health Network Database for State Building. Dr. Palmerston?
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
Happy new fiscal year. You get to enjoy my presentation again on updated renewal of a contract for Paradigm Health Services. That is our platform that we've used for the past 4 years to bill for Medi-Cal related services. And so this is a software service that we've been using for 4 years for billing and student healthcare network database for our statewide Medi-Cal programs. And it allows us access to a funding stream that offsets costs related to district-provided Medi-Cal and mental health-related services. The estimated costs are $110,000. There's a base fee for the product, and then escalating fees based upon the amount of reimbursement that we're able to successfully recuperate. Are there any questions?
So with respect to the $110,000, how is that going as far as offsetting or garnering us some of those fees for services?
So for Linda, remembering last year, I took away some of the acronyms to help us stick with understanding some of the different programs. This last year, a couple of the changes to this contract from last year to this year is we were also using their electronic healthcare record, but that was not something that was being implemented in a way that was worth the expense. And so we stuck this year just to the billing piece. This year, we also used grant funds to hire a temporary individual to consolidate all of our Medi-Cal billing across the district and implement the new CYBHI, Children Youth Behavioral Health Initiative. And so with that one person taking on the focus of what was done by a whole bunch of different people as side projects to really one focus has really helped us understand how we can maximize our reimbursements and ensuring that we're doing that within the guidelines and audit pieces. So I could follow up with information if you wanted to know kind of what that increase looks like from the last 2 years to this school year. But we've seen a noticeable impact and increase by consolidating all that with an individual.
I think as long as it's going in the right direction and offsetting the $110,000 spent and feeling like it's well spent because of that. I mean, that's obviously our main thing. And then the services are being continued to be administrated in a efficient and well-organized way. It sounds like that's changing or getting better as well. So I think that's the main thing is that we're identifying and administrating those services as best we can.
Yeah.
And then also receiving whatever reimbursement we might likely, be able to receive appropriately.
Yeah.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I was basically going to say the same thing.
Yes. So yes, this cost is a fraction of what we are able to reimburse overall. So thank you very much. So we request approval for the renewal contract.
Okay.
Move to approve.
And I'll second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mr. Hollinshead and seconded by Mrs. Cordero that the Board of Education approve the agreement with Paradigm Healthcare Services to provide the district with Medi-Cal billing student health network database for the state billing as presented. Roll call.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingstead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Palmerston. Item B, approval of the contract with Thinking in Common LLC for professional to strengthen co-teaching at our junior high schools and Jimenez 2026-27 school year. Mr. Uribe.
Good evening, Board and President Cabral. Yes, tonight I am here to present and request approval for the contract with Catherine Wilson with Thinking in Common. She currently has been working with our junior high at El Camino with supporting our co-teaching efforts there. And we would like to expand that support to our additional junior high schools, but also including our upper grades at Jimenez Elementary. And so what this contract will be doing is providing coaching cycles for co-teaching partners. And this really came in response to both parent feedback and our SMEA feedback as well. We provided a survey to them with regards to co-teaching implementation this year, and part of that feedback included wanting more ongoing coaching cycles, but also providing them with the different types of co-teaching models that are out there. And so we would like to partner with Catherine Wilson. She's also been currently partnering with other school districts here locally, including Santa Maria Junior High School, Joint Union High School District, and Guadalupe. The other portions of this contract will include observations, where she'll go in and observe the co-teaching partners in action and provide them active and in vivo feedback with regards to their practice once they choose the co-teaching model that they would like to implement. On top of that, she will also be providing virtual PD, one in August and September in the fall with to provide the new incoming teachers with the different co-teaching models and establish those teams. And then later in the springtime, she will also come back to provide additional sessions for new interested staff members who are interested in co-teaching for the following school year. On top of that, she's also going to be providing team support embedded with regards to supporting administrators and providing additional support to their teachers who are co-teaching at the sites. Any questions?
Just clarification.
Yes.
It has already been done at El Camino,
Correct.
and this coming year, it will be at the other 3 junior highs along with Jimenez.
That is correct.
So it will be district-wide at 7th and 8th grade level.
That is correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
How long has it been at El Camino?
She has been working with El Camino for 2 years now. El Camino started a couple of years ago. And then last year, we piloted a larger portion of support for co-teaching. So we will now like to expand that to the rest of our junior highs as well.
And this is coaching the teachers?
Correct. So the co-teaching partners
Okay.
will get coaching from Catherine Wilson.
Go ahead.
And the virtual PD sessions, will they be successive or spread out?
So that's a good question. So the first 2 will be successive because we
Yeah.
want to provide that continuity.
Right.
And then the ones in the spring, we're trying to do them during our Thursday PD days.
Follow-ups.
There will be one will be a follow-up and the other 2 will be successive, similar to what happened in the fall, but for newly interested staff at the end of the school year.
Okay, great. Now that sounds really great. And I'm glad, Ms. Cordero, you clarified those schools because I was worried she was cloned. So I was wondering how many Catherine Wilsons there could be and
Yeah.
how many sites she could be on at once.
No, yeah. So she's going to be here for 6 weeks. And within those 6 weeks, 4 days of those weeks, she'll be going from one
Right,
site to another.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and does she have additional staff or is it solely her?
It's her, solely
Okay.
her. Yeah.
How does she follow up on how the success of the coaching is going, or are we getting any feedback from the teachers?
So the survey that we provided the teachers, the El Camino staff really shared a lot of success, and the other sites would like that level of support as well.
Mine isn't a question, it's a request.
Mhm.
I personally would like to know sometime around mid-year, once they've kind of gotten their feet wet, to maybe have
An update?
a list of who's doing it where, and
Mhm.
maybe I could schedule a visit or two.
Yeah, for
I'd
sure.
really love to see that.
Yeah, once we have those established teams,
Yeah.
I'll provide that list to you.
I don't want to go in and scare anybody, but I'd like to see that being done
Yeah,
successfully.
definitely. Any other question?
If no questions, can I get a motion?
I'll move to approve the Thinking in Common contract to support co-teaching 2026-2027 school year as presented.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and seconded by Mr. Hollenshead that the Board of Education approve the Thinking in Common contract to support co-teaching 2026-2027 school year as presented. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Uribe.
Thank you, board.
Item C, authorization to enter into sole source agreement with Curriculum Associates LLC to provide elevation platform and strategies. Dr. Castillo Schiffer?
Good evening, board members, President
evening.
Cabral. I'm here to request your approval of the renewal of a contract with Curriculum Associates for Elevation Software. As you may remember, we've been using this software for about 2 years now, and it has streamlined our reclassification process, ensuring that we are not missing any students who are eligible to reclassify. It has also supported our compliance efforts with the state regulations to make sure that we are monitoring our reclassified students. But what it's also done is made some of our EL data very accessible. So it's a very user-friendly platform. It has what looks like a dashboard, and teachers can see their classes, principals can see their schools, and at the district level, we can see schools and/or the district as a whole. Our user data has been really good, and so I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of that just for funsies. We've had more than 2,000 reports generated, just not only at the district level, but at the site level, which means that folks are using this. We've had nearly 3,000 of the EL activities that are within the platform accessed. So 3,000 separate activities, or 3,000 activities have been accessed by separate folks. We've had more than 11,000 logins for the whole district, but that includes about 4,500 from teachers, just teachers alone, 1,000 from admin, and so on. So we have seen use of this platform increase as we have been able to train folks, as well as seeing our reclassification process streamlined and more efficient. So I'm asking for your approval to continue to use this software.
I would be very interested in actually having a demonstration of how the platform works and a couple of sample reports and is this something that students use also?
No,
It's strictly for data.
it's a management software, so it
Okay.
allows us to look at our EL population. And if you would like a personal tutorial session, I'd love to set something up with you. Then you would have the opportunity to kind of get in there and click around and see what it looks like. I'd love to set that up for you.
Okay. I know we have been using it for a couple of years and I kind of understand what it's showing, but I really would like to see that, so.
Okay.
And if it's helping us to identify students that are ready for redesignation in a more timely manner, that of course is a big plus.
Yes, definitely.
Mr. Hollenshead.
Sorry, one other, is, with the user data, is that used at all, or can it be used to influence practice or instructional practices? Like, does it identify, say, a site where there's been particularly good results or anything like that? Are we able to disaggregate or use that data in that way, or do we?
Yeah, so we are able to determine if there's a correlation between usage and an increase in scores, and we can look to see what that is. We haven't had time exactly yet because we just got some of our LPAC scores and reclassification back. So to go back and look at the logins and the reports generated and compare that and see how it might correlate with those improved scores, I'd love to be able to give that information to you.
Yeah, I think always, if we can, it's always great to be able to move back into instructional practice and see what's, maybe if there's some standouts where we can collaborate. So
Yes,
thank you.
always looking for bright spots,
Yep.
definitely.
I do see that we received a copy that shows the 26, 27 school.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, it's been corrected.
Have you seen an increase in the students that are eligible for reclassification since we use the Elevate program? Say maybe they weren't being found before?
Yeah, so we're able to look at the data and then compare it to it. The data in Elevation is received, so it communicates with our student information system, ARIES. But we're also able to go back and look and compare it to the other test data that we get. And we found that we haven't missed students in the numbers that we had previously, that it's able to pull all of that data and to help us to make sure that we are getting those students. So we do rely on it to pull the data for us, but we also go back and spot check just to make sure that we are not missing anything and to make sure that it's as accurate as we believe it to be.
Great, thank you. If there's no further questions, can I entertain a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr.
I'll
Hollinshead.
second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mr. Hollinshead and seconded by Mrs. Cordero that the Board of Education authorize a sole source agreement with Curriculum Associates to provide elevation platform and strategies as presented. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Board.
Dr. Castillo. Item D, Resolution 2535, approving the absence of board members from the meetings of the Board of Education. Dr. McDuffie?
Thank you, President Cabral. The attached resolution must be adopted in order to compensate board members for absences from board meetings to perform services outside the meeting for the district if the board member was ill or on jury duty, or the absence was due to a hardship deemed acceptable by the board.
Some questions? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
And I will second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mr. Hollinshead and seconded by Mrs. Cordero that the Board of Education adopt Resolution 2535, approving the absence of board members from meetings of the Board of Education as presented. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Item E, Superintendent Contract. The board will consider action extending the superintendent's contract, disclosing his salary placement for 2026-27, and authorizing the board president to sign a new contract with the superintendent. Dr. McDuffie, is this Dr. McDuffie? No. Yes. Oh, it's me. Hi. Dr. Darren McDuffie has served the district as a superintendent since July 1st, 2022. The current contract is set to expire June 30th, 2028. The current contract provides that the superintendent is to be evaluated by the board annually and upon satisfactory evaluation. The term of the contract is to be extended 1 year upon board action during open session at a regular scheduled board meeting. Having received a positive evaluation on May 27, 2026, the board meeting, the superintendent's contract should be extended to January 30th, 2029. Pursuant to the terms of this contract, effective July 1st, 2026, the superintendent shall also be advanced a step on the superintendent's salary schedule to range 3, step 8, at a salary of $316,311. Do we have any questions?
Move to
Comments?
approve.
Move to approve.
I will second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mr. Hollingshead and seconded by Mrs. Cordero that the Board of Education consider and approve extending the superintendent's contract to June 30th, 2029, disclosing his placement on the superintendent's salary schedule at a range 3, step 8, at a salary of $316,311, and authorize the board president to sign a contract with the superintendent reflecting these terms as presented. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service, Dr. McDuffie, your help.
It's my pleasure and my honor.
So we'll be taking a 5-minute break. 6:58, reconvene at 7:05. It's now 7:05 and we will reconvene our meeting. So moving on to item F, Deputy Superintendent Contract. The board will consider action extending the Deputy Superintendent's contract, disclosing his salary placement for 2026-27, and authorizing the board president to sign a new contract with the Deputy Superintendent. Dr. McDuffie?
Thank you, President Cabral. Matt Beecher has served as Deputy Superintendent for Business Services since July of 2019, having previously served many years as Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. Current contract is set to expire June 30th, 2028. Current contract provides that the Deputy Superintendent is to be evaluated by the Superintendent annually, and upon a satisfactory evaluation, the term of the contract is to be extended 1 year upon board action during open session of a regular scheduled board meeting. Having received a satisfactory evaluation from the superintendent, that is me, the deputy superintendent's contract should be extended to June 30th, 2029. Pursuant to the terms of his contract, the deputy superintendent remains at range 2, step 15, on the deputy superintendent salary schedule at a salary of $268,466 with an anniversary increment of $8,053.98, honoring his 20 years of administrative service to the district.
Do we have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and seconded by Mr. Hollins that the Board of Education consider and approve extending the nope, wrong one. Extend the Deputy Superintendent Matt Beecher's contract to June 30th, 2029. Disclose his placement on the Deputy Superintendent salary schedule at range 2, step 15, at a salary of $268,466 with an anniversary increment of $8,053.98, effective July 1st, 2026, and authorize the board president to sign a contract with the deputy superintendent reflecting these terms. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Item G, Assistant Superintendent Educational Services Contract. The Board will consider actions extending the Assistant Superintendent of Education Services contract, disclosing her salary replacement for 2026-2027, and authorizing the board president to sign a new contract with the Assistant Superintendent. Dr. McDuffie?
Thank you, President Cabral. Mind you, Lo Chung Vu has served as Assistant Superintendent, Education Services since July 31st, 2023. The current contract is set to expire June 30th, 2028. Current contract provides that the Assistant Superintendent, Educational Services is to be evaluated by the superintendent annually, and upon a satisfactory evaluation, the terms of the contract is to be extended 1 year upon board action during open session of a regular scheduled board meeting. Having received a satisfactory evaluation from myself, the superintendent, Ms. Lo Chung Vu's contract should be extended to June 30th, 2029. Pursuant to the terms of her contract, Ms. Lo Chung Vu shall also advance a step on the assistant superintendent salary schedule to range 2, step 11, at a salary of $234,090, effective July 1st, 2026.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Mrs. Cordero and seconded by Mr. Holland that the Board of Education extend the Superintendent of Educational Services, Lo Chung Vu's contract to June 30th, 2029. Disclose her placement on the Assistant Superintendent's salary schedule at a range 2, step 11, at a salary of $234,090, effective July 1st, 2026, and authorize the board president to sign a contract with the assistant superintendent reflecting these terms. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye, thank you. Motion passes. Item H, Assistant Superintendent Human Resources Contract. The board will consider action extending the Assistant Superintendent Human Resources contract, disclosing his salary placement for 2026-27, and authorizing the board president to sign a new contract with the Assistant Superintendent. Dr. McDuffie?
Thank you, President Cabral. Dr. Peter Bland has served as Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources since April 10th, 2023. The current contract is set to expire June 30th, 2028. Current contract provides that the Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources is to be evaluated by the superintendent annually, and upon a satisfactory evaluation, the term of the contract is to be extended 1 year upon board action during open session of a regular scheduled board meeting. Having received a satisfactory evaluation from the superintendent, myself, the superintendent, Dr. Bland's contract should be extended to June 30th, 2029. Pursuant to the terms of his contract, Dr. Bland shall also advance a step on the Assistant Superintendent's salary schedule to range 3, step 7, at a salary of $214,630, effective July 1st, 2026.
Any comments or questions from the board? If no, can I get a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Hollingshead. It's been moved by Mr. Hollingshead and seconded by Mrs. Cordero that the Board of Education extend the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Dr. Bland's contract to June 30th, 2029. Disclose his placement on the Assistant Superintendent's salary schedule at a range 3, step 7, at a salary of $214,630, effective July 1st, 2026. And authorize the board president to sign a contract with the Assistant Superintendent reflecting these terms. Roll call, please.
Ms. Cordero?
Aye.
Mr. Hollingshead?
Aye.
Ms. Cabral?
Aye, thank you. Motion passes. Item 14, new business. Do we have any new business to discuss this evening?
I am going to make my request officially the second time. I would like a review / discussion of the report that resulted from the federal program monitoring in March.
Okay.
Just to clarify, and I can talk to President Cabral as well, to have a presentation of that at a board meeting or a follow-up in a board update.
Whatever works.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. If no further business, then we're good. Then we'll move to board and superintendent reports. Mrs. Cordero?
Well, I am happy to say that in spite of feeling the need to take a break, I almost missed out on visiting our summer school sites, but I brought my head back to the school and I did make it to each of our Camp Elevate sites: Oakley, Tunnel, Libin, Liberty, Jimenez, El Camino, and Ontiveros, and either visited in the morning or in the afternoon. So I got a peek at the academic portions. I was even there at a couple of sites during lunch to see if kids were eating, and for the afternoon for the enrichment activities, which in general, from the feedback that I got at all of the sites, the two that were the biggest hits were cooking and any type of PE, karate or, anything specialized like that. And of course, most, especially upper grade kids, were talking about the World Cup. So it is always a bit surprising to me that we don't have more students attending. I think the largest site at some point had an enrollment of maybe a little over 2,500, but, at least 10% absent every day. So for the most part, class sizes were pretty small, and I did see a wide range of special needs students included in the classrooms. And I know that migrant starts on Monday at Oakley. I'm not sure. I think it's just the morning, I think, but I'm not positive. I was visiting last week, and of course, the schools and everything were closed on Friday. And I was a little bit dismayed to not see any evidence in the classrooms or conversation by the kids about what the 4th of July means or what the weekend holiday was for. So since this was our 250-year celebration, it gave me pause to think that, in spite of the fact that it is generally during the summertime that we spend a lot of time and energy providing resources to classroom teachers about other cultures, maybe we should think about providing some additional information to support our own culture. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Hollinshead?
Yeah, so, grandpa for the third time.
Hey,
And
congratulations.
our granddaughter was born on the 25th. Our daughter Ellie, who attended the Santa Maria Bonita schools and Santa Maria Joint Union Schools, gave birth to her and her husband's first daughter. Who knows what will come after, but she's gorgeous already. And I wanted to thank people for their well wishes around that. I generally don't read the LA Times too closely anymore because you get most of the news like it's a physical paper. You generally get the news like the day before, and so you're rereading stuff you already kind of know. But something caught my eye this morning, and I think that the great thing about still seeing printed news press is that in those publications, there are writers who do opinion pieces or pieces that you're not going to see typically. And one of them was about the UCs considering readopting SAT and ACT scores in admissions. And then a few days or the day before, there was also one around the California State Senate considering instituting testing for kindergartners and first graders. And so both of those gave me pause, obviously, especially the latter of the two, because I think, there's a real danger right now of going backwards with regard to testing. We kind of went through the whole No Child Left Behind deal and found that really wasn't helpful, as well intended as it may have been. And so I want us to be really, I know we have been thoughtful about removing tests that maybe aren't as effective as we would hope, but also in using testing, as we always ask about in informative ways, but also that if the state continues to mandate stuff like this or impose it upon us, that we push back, that you vote for people or talk to the people who are your state representatives and let them know that this is a bad idea. This is bad governance. So these are things where somebody may or may not be well-intentioned. They are probably poorly informed, and there's no indication, there's no data, there's nothing to support it out there, but it sounds good. It's a good sound bite. So if you can, I would urge you to contact whomever your state senator is, or all the state senators if you choose, but to push back, especially against that testing, And that also is reflective of what CSBA has talked to us about, and I spoke with Greg Hart the other day about, is not continuing to have laws and mandates imposed upon us that are either not funded or not well researched for efficacy and benefit to benefit our students. So I think, that's the other thing, is you can certainly be inclusive of those thoughts that are around that CSBA has given us. And if you don't know about those, feel free to ask any of the board members or check the CSBA website. That's it.
Thank you. I don't have anything to report. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Next time we come back, we'll be back in session. Dr. McDuffie?
Thank you, President Cabral. Board members, today, we are still in the summer months. We're finishing up Camp Elevate. Want to thank all the staff, support staff, teachers, and administrators who participated and really worked hard during this time period to make the program a success. Our students had a safe, engaging, and enriching environment. And so I want to thank you for your incredible effort. And as you can see, there are still people out here and over here that are still working. Our maintenance and operations, they are cleaning our classrooms, getting things ready for the new school year. So it is all a buzz at the district office. This season is some of our busiest times for some of our employees. And so we are looking forward to the new year. And so I appreciate the work that they are putting in as well. And so we're ready for our school year almost, 26, 27. Yeah, thank you. Get anxious about that sometimes, but it is coming. Our celebration kickoff, or kickoff celebration happening. We're planning that as well. And it always highlights us coming together, the entire educational community, re-energized and centering ourselves around what our mission is here at Santa Maria Bonita. And so I'm excited about that. And as you mentioned, President Cabral, our next board meeting will be the day after the first day of school. So that should be exciting as well. And until then, I wish all of you, students, families, and staff, a restful, joyful, and safe remaining summer. And that's all I have.
Thank you. The next regular board meeting for the Santa Maria Bonita School District will be held on Wednesday, August 12th, 2026 at 6 p.m. With no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Thank you. Meeting is adjourned, 7:23.